Welcome into Bengals Breakdown by Chat Sports. Tom Downey here with the latest on the impending Joe Burrow extension. As the Bengals have said, well, at least one member of the Bengals organization has said they are working on what will eventually get done and what will eventually likely be a record-setting contract extension for the franchise quarterback in Joe Burrow. First, the quote from head coach Zac Taylor when asked about where are things at with the Burrow extension. Working on it. Fortunately, that's not something I've got to deal with on a daily basis, but certainly that's in our plans. The person who will deal with it more is Katie Blackburn. Here's what she had to say when asked by The Athletic where things sit with Joe Burrow. We've been thinking about it, but there's free agency and such, so we'll see if we can get into it a little bit more maybe. It's hard to say exactly the pace. We hope that there's something that can get done. We sort of said we won't talk about it much until there's something to talk about. Allow me to paraphrase and translate what Katie's saying. Check in after the NFL draft. And that's typically when these moves get done, and especially for a smaller organization like the Bengals. Even the Josh Mahomes, the Josh Allen mega deals, these contracts tend to get done in the summer when the full attention can be paid to those types of contracts and negotiating versus the occasional conversation and then, hey, like we love you, Joe, we're going to get this done. We have a draft to prepare for in less than a month. So patience on the Joe Burrow extension, but there is still some urgency that's required, as we'll get into here in a little bit. But first, the next goal here is 2,000 subscribers on our Bengals YouTube channel. We're at 1,526. Help us get there faster than the other channels at Chat Sports. Hit that sub button for more free Bengals YouTube videos. Coming up next, number one, Aaron Rodgers is the highest paid NFL quarterback at $50 million. Russell Wilson makes $49 million. That is the baseline for a likely Joe Burrow deal. Maybe you get lucky and he takes something resembling the Patrick Mahomes deal, which still might be like 10 years, $55 million per year, because that is how the quarterback market works. It is a always rising situation. The next guy often gets paid the most. And when you have a young, proven, MVP caliber franchise quarterback, it's a little bit of, let's just give him the open checkbook. It is you've got to get it done, and you want to get it done earlier. Even knowing it's going to take up a significant portion of your money per year, it's a little bit more important to figure out the structure with a slightly more cash-poor owner in Mike Brown. But the sooner you get that deal done, the better everyone ends up feeling about it. So prediction time. Will the Bengals get the Joe Burrow deal done this offseason? I think the answer is yes. I feel confident in that, but I do want to hear from you guys. You can go vote at the pinned comment to be exact. Y for yes, N for no. Go vote at the pinned comment. A big reason why you want to have some urgency in these deals and why in an ideal world you are first is because the next of these big four, maybe just the big three if we put Lamar in his own little category because that's a weird thing, the next of those big quarterbacks to set the market, it's going to be $50 million. Now, maybe Hurts settles for like 47, but Burrow and Herbert, with Burrow having proven more than Justin Herbert has done, I didn't see Joe Burrow blowing a big lead to the Jags in this year's playoffs, unless I misremembered something there. But those quarterbacks, the next one normally gets more than the previous one. That's just how the market works. Remember, we're not that far removed from Jimmy Garoppolo being the highest paid NFL quarterback. That's just how the market works. So urgency is valuable here. Because if whatever the Bengals pay Joe Burrow, if they're first, the Chargers will probably pay Justin Herbert more. And then he's not the highest paid quarterback anymore, and the deal looks a little bit better each time somebody new ends up getting paid. So I have all the confidence in the world this deal will get done. Fingers crossed it's a bit more along lines of the Mahomes structure, which was super team friendly. But even if it is just the market rate, it's worth it because you have Joe Burrow for the long term in Cincinnati.